Frank McGlynn's Waterbury, let's clear it up first and foremost. The goal, you were definitely going for a point.
I would have to say so. I'll take a goal and it comes out. But in fairness, that's my second goal I scored. I scored a goal against Meath here in the National Football League one time. It dropped into the back post too. So I suppose if you put it in that general direction, there's always a chance of it dropping into the net. So it was a fantastic start for us, especially with so many new faces in the team as well. So it kind of settled them into the game, and we maintained that lead throughout then.
Absolutely. I mean, I said it a number of times in the commentary. Frank McGlynn's goal separating the teams, because although they got back to 2 points, that goal was certainly very important in the context of the whole game, Frank.
Yeah, it was. Suppose when you get that cushion at the start, it's important that you keep it down, threatened a few times in the first half to have their own goal chances. But they got points out of it, and that's the fine margins. But definitely we're happy with so many younger lads on the team today, and showed very well too. So it's a positive sign for the year to come.
Yeah, and start of the second half, it was noticeable Donegal were winning a lot more of the breaking ball. Frank, you were in around there, Marty O'Reilly and some of the younger lads, because just for that last 15 minutes of the first half, Down sort of were on top in midfield.
Yeah, Down were very much on top, and I suppose we probably took the foot off the pedal a wee bit in that second period of the first half, and I suppose Rory pinpointed that, so we did at half time, and in fairness the boys responded, and a lot more of us got under the feet of the midfielders, and it kind of paid dividends. We got more primary possession, so we did.
Yeah, some good scores in the second half. You got a point there, and Paddy McGrath came forward for a point and probably should have had another one.
Yeah, that's it. Showed fantastic speed going up the field there a number of times, and took a point very well the first time, and very unlucky not to score a second.
And the young lads did well. I mean, Kieran Thompson's got the man of the match and deservedly so. 3 points from play. Showed a lot of confidence there in himself to take the scores.
Yeah, that's it. I suppose there's fantastic young players coming through that have great inter-county experience at minor level, on the 21 level, played in Ulster finals and All-Ireland finals. So it's a bit of a difference to 2002, 2003 when they had young fellas coming through that had no real experience of one in minors or one in under 21 championships. So it's a fantastic boost for not only the older lads, and I suppose the older lads are still here to help them along, and especially the inter-county debut for a lot of them making today. So it's all good for the future.
Yeah, and a positive thing. I mean, Down made it difficult for you because you learn more from these games than you do winning by 10 or 12 points, Frank.
Yeah, that's it. I suppose you always know you're going to get a good game of football from Down every day you play them. So it's important that I suppose we focused on our own performance, and we did that throughout the 70 minutes, and lucky enough in the end up we got the victory.
Did you ever think you'd be possibly the oldest in the Donegal team on a given day?
No, but I tell you, it's come around very quick, so it has.
Rory, just impressions of that?
Number one, good to get out playing. That was the big thing, and great. In fairness to McCool's, the pitch is in exceptional condition given the weather that we've had, and it's always great to win. Against a reasonably quality team in Down. They're up on Division 1, but like ourselves, they'd have been trying a few new players as well. But overall, pleased to get going.
Yeah, I mean, you were playing a lot of young players coming in, and we all know how difficult it is, no matter how good they are at underage, to make that step up. They acquitted themselves very well there.
Yeah, I thought they did. Listen, and I wasn't overly worried about them. I thought that what I've seen at training and what I've seen at them in a couple of challenge games have been very positive, and look, I'm delighted for them. But they're here for a reason, and that's to push on everybody in our setup and do everything they can to get as many minutes playing in competitive action. And
you'd obviously made up your mind to give them a good run at it, no matter how things were going there, Rory, because there's no point in putting them on for 20 minutes and taking them off again.
No, definitely not. We said we're going to play them, even if they weren't going well. And there's periods in the game where they mightn't have been at their best, But I think the county board wanted Michael to get his 100th appearance, so we were under pressure there. But no, all joking aside, I think Michael wanted a wee run out himself, so that was important.
You wouldn't have got out of here alive if you hadn't put him on.
No, definitely not, So listen, it was good, and he done a few wonderful things, and then we had a wee laugh at him when he slipped too, so it was a good day out.
Yeah. And I mean, Kieran Thompson getting man of the match, and deservedly so. I mean, it's great to see a young player coming in and performing so well at this level.
Yeah, listen, look, Kieran's exceptional. I was lucky enough to work with him. He was just out of minor with under 21s, and we've seen the talent that he had. He's got wonderful skills and wonderful vision, and he's not afraid to do the donkey work as well. And we brought him in training last summer, and I thought he was brilliant for Atlantis then through the club championship. And it's the first day out, and he'll be back at training now on Tuesday night, and he'll be looking forward to it.
I was just saying to Frank McGlynn, I mean, his goal was so important in the context of the match because it seemed to keep that gap between the two teams. But you want a competitive match like that, Rory. You don't want to be winning games by 10 or 12 points. You don't learn much.
No, for sure. Listen, a good competitive game, with the other team putting it up to you. If we'd have come out on the wrong side of it, it wouldn't be the end of the world. But it's always good to win and show a wee bit of mettle to win. Look, we probably should have won the game. I feel we've been more convincingly. We overplayed it a couple of times, missed a couple of chances that we should have got. But the goal was always a big score in any game.
Frank McGlynn is centre half forward. Is he one for the future there?
Well, I think he's got a bright future no matter what, you know. I think he's been exceptional for us over the last number of years, and you know he's got great skills. So look, we'll see how it goes for a couple
Marty
of weeks.
Riley, again, centre half back, played very well there.
Yeah, he did. Listen, you know, Marty, you know, would have played a lot of underage there, so he would, you know. And he's, in fairness, we're lucky enough he can play anywhere from corner forward right back to the half back line. I thought he showed that he's worked hard over the pre-season, and he looked in great shape.
Yeah. 2 points to start with. I know you're keen to go all the way here if you can in the McKenna Cup, so this is the one you needed really to start off with.
Yeah, for sure. Listen, we'd like to get out of the group. You know, the whole thing's different than a couple of previous years where we were very late back to training. We have such an abundance of young quality players. You know, there'd be nothing better than playing the McKenna Cup semi-final, and you know we need to try to get out of the group, and winning today was a start.
And finally, can we expect a shake-up in the selection for next Sunday in terms of the game against St Mary's to give other people an opportunity?
Not really, no. We're a wee bit limited there. Like, you know, 5 of our under 21s. Dara O'Connor's on the reasonably long-term injury list. Rory Carr, we know, dislocated a shoulder. Jamie Brennan's injured. Kieran Gillespie's injured, and Tony McClelland was sick today. So, you know, we were missing them 5, and obviously we Ryan and Patrick with Jordanstown, and Neil McGee had a wee bug today, so we were running quite tight today really. Martin McElhinney and Andy Thompson still working their way back, so you know it'll be something similar next week because we just don't, you know, we're obviously maybe 9 or 10 down.
Yeah. And the situation with Mark Anthony just finally, Rory, what happened there?
He pulled up literally 2 minutes before the game was about to start, so that was you know, Danny wasn't expecting to play, you know, so he wasn't. Danny was going to play the next game, but look, Danny came in and has fitted in very well, and it's a great first debut for him.